It's the Florida State Seminoles and the SMU Mustangs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here come the Mustangs. SMU making noise last year, going 9-4. Brett Lashley continues to be one of the most dynamic play callers and coaches in college sports. His terrific quarterback returns, and the Ponies look to ride again in college football in 2026. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Seminoles will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Mustangs offense will start this game off with the football. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit more dominant, don't be afraid to go that way more often.
No question about it. I think on critical down and distances, when they need to have a play, especially on short yardage, goal line, going for it on fourth down, the left side is who they're going to be running behind. You've got two guys out there in the left tackle and left guard that are going to play on Sundays, and that is a special combination that a lot of
caught, and he's got room. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaches
finding some room. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Open on the left side is Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run from the shotgun. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25.
There's some room. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13.
Black 18.
From the gun. Give on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This is certainly one way to play great defense. Just play keep away with your offense. This drive will not end. Third down coming. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So Florida State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy's a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this...
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Daniels. The short hands, it's Riles. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to love that third down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Gets it out quickly. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Gives it to the back on the draw. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a man, it's Jennings. With the catch, it's Knight. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David, and we've seen throughout his career when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a college football playoff already, but there have been some dips as well. He's got to limit the mistakes. I think that's the whole key this season. Staying healthy, limiting the turnovers. If they do that, they'll be laughing on offense.
Man, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but his athletic ability really shines through. You just want to see him be more patient in the pocket. Like, make those easy plays. You don't have to always be fading away and make it hard on yourself. But the one thing you know about this offense, it's fast and it's fun. And this is a guy that can scramble around and make big plays.
Hand off from the shotgun. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jennings. On target. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Off the play fake. Open on the right side, that's Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. SMU spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Using the quick game. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Under fire. A little release to the back. Defense coming out with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. Now the Mustangs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, with a nice stop here.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Got enough for the first. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half they are pretty excited about what they're seeing from their running back. As you know, he's a transfer. This is why they brought him in. And although he is performing very well, they've still got work to do. Trailing in this game, they've got to be a little bit better at the line of scrimmage here to start the second.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up with 24. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Finds a man on the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quick strike complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put some...
Maybe some room here. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Noles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Snap it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Plows through the defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He wants to go deep. intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He'll do it himself. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the stomping has commenced.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game. And that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosion.
There he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. after 3 periods of play, and these two running backs have gone head-to-head. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Quickly complete. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll take a shot. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see if something good can happen.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first. To the air on 1st down. The quick out. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Riles. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The give as they work on that clock. Might have a chance. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And the Mustangs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.